Guys, it's Brian with PS4 Trophies, and I am showing you the Swapper. And this is an entire full game walkthrough, and it's a puzzle game. That's the basic roots of it. It's a platforming puzzle game. So having said that, there's basically gonna spoil the whole game, all the puzzles. I don't recommend you watch this entire video, maybe the first 10 minutes or so, just to kind of get a feel of the game itself, so you have a kind of an idea of what it's all about. So I'm not going to commentate through this entire thing. I'm just going to walk you through kind of the beginning here, and then if you want to continue watching it, you want to know any puzzle solutions, feel free to reference this video. But again, I'd recommend just doing a full playthrough, really, on your own, see if you can't solve the puzzle, because a lot of it's very gratifying if you can solve some of the puzzles on your own. But having said that, I'm going to do all of the secret locations, the secret terminals that are in this game. There's 10 of them, and all 10 of them will provide you with a trophy. Now, if you want to just know where the locations of those are, I do have a separate video for that, so you can just watch that one video, and you won't spoil any of the puzzles in this game. So I highly recommend you kind of take that route. But if you just want to go ahead and watch this whole thing, and you don't know, don't plan on buying it, and you just want to watch it, then feel free. There is a story attached to this, and it's a very beautiful game. It's a very clever, unique game. You're going to essentially create clones. You can create up to 4 clones, and you have to use those to solve puzzles. Sometimes you'll have to create a clone, kill a clone, just to kind of solve the puzzle. There's anti-gravity areas, reverse gravity, and a whole bunch of different little things. So it's a very, very, very cool puzzle game. And I'm right here kind of in the beginning. Most of this beginning is the tutorial stuff. Again, I'm not going to go too far into this game talking. Just kind of want to walk you through some of these basics here. So right now we can't create any clones, and you're going to have to use your right analog stick for your aim. You can see the little blue dot on the screen. But here we just got our clone ability. So you hold L2 and or L1, and then aim with your right stick, and then release it, and that'll create a clone. The clone's going to mimic all of your movements, your jumping, your direction, which way you're running. So here is our kind of first puzzle. And all you need to do is simply put a clone up there and run to the right, and he's going to be stuck on the wall, so he'll stay in place. Now here's another one. Place a clone up here. Now I'm going to stand on this switch here, jump him over to that switch, and that's it. That's kind of basic here. Here's a thing that shows you can do 4 clones at once. If you need more clones, you'll have to have a clone die. And you can die by falling into a pit or falling from a decent height. Alright, so now we're going to go and get our next, the only other ability rather, and that's the ability to swap into a clone. So that's where the term swapper obviously comes from. So you can create a clone, and then with R2 or R1 you can actually take possession of that clone. So you can place a clone and then swap into them kind of seamlessly. It looks like it was all one movement, but it's really 2. Here's another puzzle. The blue means you can't place a clone into it. So what I'm going to do is put a clone over. I put 2 over there for some reason, and then put a clone past the blue. So yeah, you can't place any clones in the blue. Now the red you can place clones into, but you can't swap to them. So the red is going to prohibit you from swapping into the clone if they're in the red light. The blue light you can't place them into, the red light you can't swap into them. So we're just kind of carrying on here. And again, I'm going to hit all of the secret terminal locations, but again, I do have a separate video for just those as well. So here's an orb panel. This is going to require 1 orb. So, and there's going to be quite a few of those orb panels. Now, just as a heads up, there's an orb panel for 124 orbs. before you touch that panel, make sure you have found and got all the trophies in the game. That is the point of no return. But here I'm going to place a clone up there in the red light, move them to the left, and then I'm going to place another clone to the right, swap into them, and then place another clone by that orb. Now I can go back and activate that orb panel. And orb panels are going to just open up more of the map. It allows you to get to areas you couldn't previously reach. And if you look at the map, you can hit the circle button to get to the map. That'll show you how many, where the orb panels are and how many orbs you need for them. This is just an absolutely beautiful game. I love it. I really highly recommend you buy it. The rocks apparently talk to you as well. So I'm just kind of moving on here. For here, you're gonna have to drop down, but if you hit the ground, you're going to die. So you got to create a clone right above the ground and then swap into them. And you'll see I'll swap into this, and all the other clones died. So that is a trick and technique you're gonna use a lot. Now here's shows you that you can move the boxes. So you're just going to grab the box and pull it. Then we're going to come up here, and here's actually going to be our first secret area. And this is going to be up here in this room. If I can get a guy up there and swap into him. And the first secret terminal is going to be up in this, up in here. So you got to create and swap a clone up there, and then create and swap a clone to the right. So they're very well hidden. You're probably not going to find a single one of these on your own. So you can either watch this video, or if you just want to see just those locations, I have them in a separate video, which I'll have annotated on the video, or you can go to the description. And I already have the trophy there, otherwise you would have seen that pop. And that's the trophy name is 1. They're all Roman numerals, 1 through 10. Alright, in this puzzle here, we're going to place a clone up to the right here. Swap into him, create another one above. And then we're going to move all of them here to the left and keep moving until that guy drops down. Pull him back a little bit, swap into him, and he can grab the orb. These puzzles get very, very, very tricky, somewhat brutal in the later stages of the game. I highly recommend at least trying it on your own. Alright, in this puzzle here, we got to get to the these 3 switches. I just pushed the box onto one, and then I'm going to throw a clone up there. And I think I just screwed this up. Alright. If you also touch another clone, you're going to kill him as well, or recover him. Alright, so now I put that clone up there, and I'm going to move the box back. Now he's between two blocks there. Now I can't switch into that guy, so I moved the top clone to the far left, and that allowed me to put a clone up there. So that's a kind of first little tricky puzzle, I'd say. And probably at this point, if you want to stop the video and see if you can't try it on your own, it might not be a bad idea. Again, you can always come back. There's actually a kind of a tricky area down here. You might want to kind of teaches you some advanced techniques. But so I'm going to come down here. And after I get the next orb, I'm going to leave you guys, and you guys can just watch the rest of this video if you'd like. I got some more Last of Us stuff I'm going to do. I got some live streaming I want to get to. Alright, here you got that arrow going up. So here's it shows you that you can actually navigate great heights by placing clones above you and swapping into them. And there's going to be a secret area in here as well. But for this puzzle, you're going to stand on a switch to the right, and then you're going to just create clones, a chain of them here until the doors open here on the left. Now we're going to drop to the bottom, making sure we don't crash and burn. And go to the left, and there's another secret terminal. So that would be your second trophy. So I'm going to go back here, back the way we came. And this next section I come to is going to it'd be kind of tricky. And what you need to do is you're going to place a clone at the top of a pillar, and then you're going to drop them off the left side, and you got this little hole here that you can look to the left there, and you're going to use that to swap into this clone as he's falling down. And I missed. I'm going to try again. And I missed again. I have my aimer too far to the left. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Told you, it can be a little tricky. Alright, so I'm making sure I'm aiming the right way, spamming the R2 button, and then you can swap right into where that orb is. So I'm gonna just let you guys finish this out on your own if you'd like. It's a really great game. I do recommend it. I think it is a must-buy. At the time that I uploaded, it's not currently available on the PSN store. It will be tomorrow. I know a lot of people are going to ask, well, how am I playing it early? But the Curve Studio gave me an advanced code, so I do appreciate it. Shout out to them. And they said, go ahead, upload it to YouTube, and here I am. So I want to thank you guys for watching. There's going to it's going to be about just a little over an hour for this, so it's a fairly short game if you know what you're doing. It's also a very long game if you don't know what you're doing. So I want to thank you guys for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe.
How did you get back here? Why are you following me? Look, it's too late now to apologize. Just let me go. Well, everybody wants answers, and I don't have any. They do.
Please respect other crew members in the communal areas by keeping noise to a reasonable level.
The ship, do you know where it is? Did the Watchers take it? No, mindless. How could they? I've found the ship. We can't leave. I'm afraid to stay. Don't come up here. If possession means anything anymore, then this isn't yours to see. You came anyway. You've seen what's left of the ship. I suppose you had to see for yourself. I suppose watching a mind unravel into bare matter is cathartic. I suppose. Who is this I doing all the supposing? Is it still me? Is it them? There's only one way to be sure. I just don't know if they'll let me take it. Who are you? I beg your pardon, this place changes people. My name is Chalmers. I worked here a long time ago. Oh, but I'm afraid I'm headed for the mine Scilab with some urgency. I'll try to... Ah, there you are. Couldn't leave you for dead now, could we? Take the transport beam up to research. Get a move on. I'll give you the orientation on the way. The truth is, we're all in danger. Come meet me at Mine Sci and I'll explain. You'll have to gain access to the high security labs first. When we first discovered them on Coral, we thought the Watchers were dumb slabs of rock. It took years of study to accept that they were alive. Not like we are, of course. They have no physical senses, no moving parts. Still, I find it hard not to wonder, can an electrical impulse in a rock really be considered a thought? You're in. Good. The only access to Mindside now is via gravity control. From where you are, you should be able to access an airlock. You're going to have to take a spacewalk across the station exterior. Station exterior. This is where we developed the device. This is where we developed the device in your hand. We looked at the way the Watchers communicate and built a delivery system for it. To be frank with you, we didn't know what on earth it was at first. It turns out it swaps people's souls about. problem has always been, no matter how far you dig down into the human brain, you'll never identify something that is consciousness. But the Swapper has taught us that the mind is some fundamental part of the universe which is not physical, and which we can now control.
Access to metaphysics via sample containment is restricted to qualified empiricists.
You made it. Good show. But we're running out of time. Dennett and I, we underestimated the Watchers. We have to stop them. Looks like gravity control's inactive. Get it online and come help me here. You're here. Good. This is the first Watcher we ever discovered. The head. It sorts, filters, and distributes the thoughts of every Watcher in broadcast range. It also killed the crew. They're like every other living being in that respect. You corner them, and the defense mechanisms kick in. Very effective. Something in the air. We probably have a few hours to live. Unfortunately, these things are practically indestructible. There's no time to jettison them all and nowhere to run. You're going to have to engage it with the Swapper device and take control. Once the Watcher mind is in your body, it'll be harmless. Once you're in there, just try to keep it together until I can come and pull you out. I'd wish you luck, but honestly, it should be straightforward enough. Get away from that thing. That isn't going to work. There's only one way to do this, and it's mine. Extrapolating from your behavior thus far, I can only conclude that you're hopelessly deranged. Very well. Head towards control. I'll see if I can't come up with some common ground. Well, I had hoped to reason with you, but trusting others to see sense is how we ended up like this. No, I won't ask you to examine the evidence and pick a side, only that you act in your own self-interest. I am going to land this station on the planet below. Unless you detach the solar panels first, Theseus will be destroyed. Now, you're looking for 3 solar maintenance modules. There should be one for each of the major control installations. I'm headed back to command. Have the panel detached by the time I get there. took the Watchers from their home. We pushed them. They fought back. Return them to the planet. End the fight. Oh, hell, you don't know the first thing about that device she's brandishing so nonchalantly. Why am I even bothering? People don't like to hear that the soul is merely an array of chemical signals, that what it's like to be you is just the byproduct of a very powerful computer. I say that if you explain a magic trick by reference to magic, you've not explained a damn thing. Have you seen anyone else on board the station? No, I'm not sure either. Immaterial. You should be in a position to detach the first panel now. I shouldn't need to harry you. I'm sure you're as... When the corpus callosum separating the two hemispheres of the brain is severed, the result is a seemingly normal yet partially divided consciousness. The eyes sometimes see what the mouth can't name. I tell you this macabre detail to suggest that the mind is not a single transferable entity. It is a complex physical machine that bides tampering poorly. been working with that woman, you know. Everything is as simple as it looks with her. It's called the Swapper device because it swaps souls about. A fairy tale if ever I heard one. What if there's no soul to swap? You should have been able to detach the last panel by now, to trust those survival instincts. It's likely the Watchers aren't even aware they killed the crew, just as you're unaware when your immune system kills a virus. Once our fate was clear, Chalmers and I took steps to protect ourselves. No, the only way to survive is to land the station, to return them home. Okay, we should be clear to land. We're waiting for you at command. We may get off this station yet, though in how many pieces? At least this way we have a chance. You're wondering, I suppose, how a person could survive here so long. I've had time to wonder that myself. My conclusions are non-cognitivist in character. The terms person and survive are too ambiguous for reasonable discussion. Stop! We don't have time for this. There's something I have to show you. Load up the specimen holding log. Where are you? Who said that?
Both good questions. I can only answer the former with certainty. It took us years to... We are currently inhabiting these brains. We are these brains. Do excuse Dennett. Some people don't realize identity theory is more out of date now than when we sealed ourselves in here. We had a choice, Dennett. Die out there, starve in here, or use the Swapper device to inhabit these research specimens and await rescue. I'm not proud, but which would you choose? In retrospect, certainly not the option we took. I know what you think. I was asking her.
I'd have to believe you first.
The evidence is right there. Take a look. Wait.
What you're telling me isn't possible. Tell me who just materialized in front of my eyes. Tell me who I just ejected into space.
You ejected your clone. Perhaps your clone ejected you. Does it really matter? You're still yourself. Copies of copies of copies. What's important now is that we get off this station.
The ship I came here in is fried. I have a rescue team on the way. They'll be here in a day's time.
Not soon enough.
Why not?
There's a life form on this station that will kill us in a matter of hours. And you just unsealed the only shielded section. We were safe in here for decades.
There must be something we can do.
There might be, but not like this. You'll have to use the device to release me. Swap places with me, just until I can put things right. It's not as simple as that.
You can't make me do that. I won't do it.
Even if I were in a position to make you do it, I wouldn't. You have the same choice we did. You can die here, or you can do what you have to go on.
First, you swap us into brain specimens for a century. Then you talk this girl into using the device. Now look at us. We're 3 different people locked into one body by your damn swapper. Does crazy even apply here? My mind was my own when I came here. You two can think what you like. I am going to land the station. You're going to kill us all? Good. We should have done it my way. Incredible. After all these years, you still cling to these dogmatic intuitions about the soul. The device doesn't work like that. You wanted to swap with the Headwatcher and take control. It would have destroyed you. I don't believe you can adequately explain how you know that, so I defer to the simplest explanation. Not a soul necessarily, but something which remains, even if the physical facts change. After all, we've been through countless bodies, but I still feel myself. If I'm right, then how would you ever know? I want to know. Please, let's keep things civil now. You've taken everything. You've given me no choice. Please don't. There's only one way to be sure.
Incoming transmission detected. Broadcast location, unknown vessel.
This is Rescue Charter 509 Alpha responding to SOS requests. Do you read? Over. To anyone on board, we're seeing some troubling readings here. Whatever you're exposed to, you're going to have to get off that station before we arrive, or we're going to be bringing home bodies. Over. We'll be with you in approximately 13 hours, Theseus. That's 13 hours. Out.
Theseus landing sequence activated.
to SOS request. Stand by for risk analysis.
Ground ship. Subject checks out okay, but readings are off the scale. Recommend 4 quarantine protocols during extraction. Over? Don't worry. We're gonna get you home.
Ship to ground. We don't have that facility on board, and we're not confident we can safely extract without it. Over.
What are your orders? Over.
Take every precaution and return to ship. Out.
I'm sorry.
Base, I'm seeing... That's confirmed. She's just jumped. Repeat, subject no longer in range. No life signs detected.
Marcus, what happened?
Damn it. That's the 3rd casualty this month. Marcus, debrief.
He doesn't seem himself.
How can you tell?
Would you look at him?
Looks like Marcus to me. Readings are worse than we thought. Computer's pulling us out of here. Take your places, people.
Who was she anyway? Just another opportunist.
Call out doesn't say. Does it matter anymore?
I'm sorry.